for both of you guys. I know that Coach Williams is kind of more in a observing role, I guess, and letting you guys go through bowl practice and stuff. But what have been your impressions through meeting or talking with him? What do you guys think?
I'll say like I knew Coach T. Will personally before Arkansas. He was recruiting me in high school at Auburn, so we already kind of had like a relationship established back then. And since he's gotten on campus, we just rekindled it. So he's a very good coach.
Um, I haven't known him for too long. We just met him a couple of days ago. He's a guy I feel brings great energy, a great vibe to the defense. I feel like he's going to be able to help us in many ways. He's been observing practice and stuff like that, letting us know things that he feel like we could do better. And I feel like he's going to bring a great fresh start for you.
Simeon, you have the option to come back for another year due to the COVID year. I was wondering if you've given much thought to that and where you are in that process.
I haven't really thought too much about it. I'm really focused on Kansas, making sure I'm doing everything for myself and for my teammates to help us play our very best on this last game to end the season out the right way. So I haven't really gave too much thought about it. I'm really just focused on this last game of the season, bringing another bowl back to Arkansas.
Thanks, guys.
Raj?
Yeah, Cam, y'all lost a guy in your room and Isaiah Nichols, and looks like you might be benefiting from that, maybe starting. I'm curious how it's gone since he's left, and if you feel like you're up to the challenge.
Yes, yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that Isaiah had left us. Excuse me. He hasn't been nothing but like a big brother to me and a leader, and he has taught me a lot of things since I got on campus. So I'm very grateful for him and his time with me. And as far as to my role, stepping up, my teammates need me more than ever now. So I would say I'm up to the challenge, and I'm ready to go out there and showcase my talents.
Where would you say you've grown the most this season throughout, I guess you were here last year, but where have you grown the most?
I would say me personally, studying the playbook, getting inside my plays day in and day out. My freshman year, I didn't really get a chance to see the field as much. So I not really cared about plays, but I wasn't as focused and in depth and to the point where I can help the young guys and even sometimes older guys with certain plays. So I would say like being more into my playbook.
Tom? Tom, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, Sim, we heard from Travis Williams. He's super aggressive, and Coach Pittman was saying, yeah, he watched some of his tape at UCF, a lot of zero. So is he a guy who, let's say you did come back, you'd be excited to get on the field for Travis Williams?
Most definitely, most definitely. He brings, like I said earlier, he brings great energy. He came in. We was doing the middle of a workout. He came through, shook every guy's hand, offense, defense. It didn't matter who it was. He's a guy I feel like brings a lot of great energy. He's going to be a great teacher and help this program a lot.
Yeah, I saw Pooh Paul's dad tweeted out, y'all are going to be real impressed with the young talent you see in this bowl game. And Cam, obviously, yeah. So, Cam, what do you think about the linebackers getting a shot? Guys like you, just what the vibe's going to be on the defense?
I mean, everybody is eager. We have a lot of people who didn't get a chance to see the field as much or even just basically special teams. And the thing about us on the defensive side of the ball, we always remain hungry and we always want more. And whenever that opportunity comes, our coaches have gotten us prepared. So everybody, all the young guys, we're ready to step up and showcase our talents.
Simeon, you're an old head getting to see these young guys. What are you seeing from practices?
Man, they got a lot of energy. They be running around the field. Like he said, Cam, Crook, Pooh Paul, Jalen Lewis. There's a lot of guys out there, and you can just feel how hungry they are and how they really want to go out there and they want to impress and they want to do their best for their school. And I'm glad to be out there playing beside them because I know they're going to push me to go even harder than I go, and I can push them to do the same.
Yeah, Sim, I can't help but think about you guys playing in the Outback Bowl, how eager and excited y'all were. Yeah. But now Kansas hadn't been in a bowl in forever, and maybe they're like an excited team. What do you think about like the level of I don't know, anticipation of in facing them?
I mean, not too long ago, we were in them same shoes. So we still have guys in this locker room who was around on those teams who were very hungry. So we know what to expect because we knew how it felt when we went out there and we played in our first bowl game. So we know they're going to come out very hard, but we got to match their energy and really overcome it with just playing with each other, playing for one another.
Okay, and my last question, Coach Pittman said Landon Jackson during like bowl practice, he's like he feels like he's gotten healthier and he's like more plugged in. Cam, have you seen that out of Landon?
I have, me being on the field more, I'm kind of on the side with Landon, and I do a lot of things with Landon. Landon just has a motor, man. And I think because he was just scared to get out there because of his previous knee injury. But now when I tell you, it doesn't even look like he was injured, the way he's just going and being vocal and helping me sometimes. So Landon's he's going to be good.
Cool. Any thoughts there, Simeon?
The same as what Cam said. He's just way more comfortable. And when you look at him, he looks like he's an older guy when you think about it. You will look at him, you will think he's older, but he's really a young guy. He has a high motor. He's always going to get to the ball, and he's not going to stop till the whistle is blown.
Thanks.
Bob.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, I know Travis Williams said he'd basically be out there observing, like what Trey said. How's Michael Schur doing? I mean, it's obviously going to be your all's first time without Barry Odom in 3 years. How's Michael Schur doing, and how's the staff doing? Maybe, getting ready for this game in your all's eyes.
I feel like things go on, and I feel like Coach Schur has been I feel like around Odom enough, so there's not like any disconnect from new players or anything like that. I feel like we're all comfortable with each other. We still have the same staff. We still going to play hard for those people because we love everybody in this organization. So I feel like it hasn't been any type of disconnect or anything like that.
Pam, you got a thought on how those guys are doing?
Yeah, so everybody has a good relationship with Coach Scheer. He knows the game in and out, being the linebackers coach. So when it comes to him calling plays, I feel very confident. Me and my teammates, we feel very confident in him that he'll get the job done, and we'll get the job done too.
And then I think you guys, last year obviously you didn't have Traylon, and I guess Trey Williams was out. This year it's a lot more guys. I think maybe eight starters between the portal and the draft and injuries and what have you. What's it like going into a bowl game with so many key players? And I think a lot of coaches, like Sam Pittman, they kind of look at this as almost like the first game of the next season. How do you guys look at that with so many guys missing right now?
I mean, the only thing in our head is to win, and that's by any means necessary. That's what guys out. We're not really worried about that. We're practicing hard as we can each and every single day, making sure we do our jobs, making sure we're gonna go out there and dominate on the 28th like we're supposed to.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what he said, Coach Pittman, he says all the time that we're only really focused on the people and the players that's here.
Yeah.
All love to everybody else who went on a different route or different journey, but we still have a game ahead next week, and everybody is all bought in the locker room and on the field, and we're just ready to prepare and get ready for our next opponent.
Just wondering what your take is on Kansas's offense, especially their quarterback. What are you guys seeing on film?
They have two quarterbacks, number 6 and number 9. They're both athletic quarterbacks. They both can throw a good ball. They do a lot of things on their offense where we have to have good eyes, because if you don't, you'll miss your guy and you'll get tricked. So I feel like they have a great offense. I feel like they have some threats at receiver. They have a great running back. So we just have to make sure that we study them the right way and make sure that we go out there and be the most physical team on the field.
Right, and when it comes to their quarterbacks too, in my opinion, that they're very mobile. I love playing against mobile quarterbacks because I get to showcase my speed, chasing them down. But they have some very good athletic quarterbacks, and when it comes to their offensive line, they have a SEC caliber offensive line. 300 all across the board, 6'4" and up. So we're just really preparing how we would for an SEC opponent. So just not going to take them lightly in anything.
Let's go one more. Simeon, I know you and Cam obviously play different spots, but just wondering what you kind of think of him as a young guy. And we've talked about he's going to play a bigger role in this game. Kind of how do you feel about how he's progressed, what you've seen from him this season, and what you expect from him in the bowl game?
Oh, he's progressed a lot. I remember when we first came in, I used to call him little Aaron Donald. But one thing I've seen him improve in a whole lot is just really his fight. Just him being able to maybe go out there 3 plays and be tired, but he'll be able to go that 4th play and he's going to give everything he got. That's one thing that I learned from being on the field with him more just these couple of days. He's going to give everything he has each and every single play, and he's going to get to the ball. So I feel like he's going to be a great player for years here. And all he got to do is just keep his mind focused, stay in his playbook. Like he said, he's learning the defense. Don't have to correct him too much on where to align, stuff like that. He's improved all the way across the board. He's going to be dominant.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Scotty, want to wrap us up?
Yeah, Cam, I guess what would you consider maybe the next step in your development? Like if you improve on this thing, you can maybe be more of the player that you want to be.
So to like connect all of my talents all together, I would say I need to spend more time in the offseason on my pass rush. You know, I think I've made a point to certain cases that I could be a run stopper and be very dominant in the run game. Now I just have to transition to the pass game and the pass rushing game to make me a better player all around, you know, so.
I think it was maybe last Friday, Sam said that Manny Powell is another name, another one of the young guys that was kind of taking advantage of bowl practices and may get a shot to play next week. What do y'all like about him? I've looked at him a couple times in practice. He's a pretty physically impressive guy.
Yeah, exactly what you said. He's physically impressive when you look at him, but he's also impressive on the field going against him. Physically, he'll dominate you, but he can also run sideline to sideline. He has a great motor, and that's something about every young guy here. I feel like they all have great motors. They're going to go as many plays as you give them on the field. That's how many plays they're going to go 100%.
Right. And I've since getting to know Manny wasn't a very vocal type of guy. And I've noticed that in the practices now when he's telling us the defensive line, which way to go, he's being more vocal. And he's just a very aggressive player and he's very talented to be a young guy. So he has a bright future here as well, too.
All right, Sim, Cam, appreciate the time, guys.
Thank y'all.